Good evening, guys. How's it going? What's happening today? You do anything good? Something exciting? Drop me a comment. Tell me what you've been up to. Something exciting. Birthday? Baby born? Won $2 billion in the lottery? I wish, right? So what have I been doing today? Well, I had to go to town. Had to do immigration. Tell him I'm back in the house. I forgot. I went somewhere and forgot to tell him. But luckily, everything went fine. Jan does it for me, so I don't have to get involved. Because seems like when I try to go there, things get more complicated, and then there's always needed. So I stay away. But today, the lady says to Jan, "Tell Uncle," means tell the elder boy, "next time I need all this other paperwork." Can you imagine that you're trying to go somewhere, and you drive somewhere, you check into a hotel, you come back, and you have to go back to immigration to say, "I'm back again." Whew. Anyway, had to do that. What else? I had to get some, that OxyClean? I never used that before. I just normally put my stuff in the washing machine and everything's fine. And, but I got some shorts that I kick around in all the time. And, they have some like black marks on them. I'm like, where did that come from? I don't have hot water I don't have a hot water and a washing machine that uses hot water. Cold water only. But it's still, everything else I have is, everything's fine. But these one pair of shorts is, I got this stuff like stain remover and then washed it in OxyClean, some brand, and even put it on soak, so it's like washing for so long, and then stopped and let it sit, and it's much better. I did it this afternoon, but not perfect, but I don't know, just leave it alone. They're just shorts for kicking around here, and so what I might do is get some more of that OxyClean. I just bought a couple of small bags of it, so I might buy a bigger jug of it and put a bit extra in the washing machine and do the soak thing again, because I only put one little packet in. I don't know if that, more is better. And then what did we do? Got that. I think that's it. Then came back, and they have these muffin things I like. Roast pork inside like a white muffin. Very nice, with some cold tea. Yum, for lunch. And then come back here and did some washing, and then did some wash sugar, give her a bath. I had to get some, I bought some different, ordered it online when she was sick. I thought, what is it called? Organic herbal dog shampoo. I thought it might be more gentle for her skin, because when she was going through that bad thing. The trouble is, organic gentle doesn't cut it when you live in the countryside in Thailand. So I had to go back to this tick and flea stuff. The other stuff's supposed to take care of it. It might do for a day, but it doesn't take care of it, here. But she stays in the workshop, so there's nothing in there. But she goes in, what she'll do is she'll go in the woods and then, lay in the sun sometimes and lay in the shade sometimes. But then comes back and lays on the concrete by the carport, and then she has 2 fans that she has on during the day. I put them on for her, she don't put them on. So anyway, she had a bath, and now she's got, she don't like it at all, but I don't like it when she bites herself and scratches so much. And then she hasn't been eating. She's getting better, and I would say difficult for me to say to be 100% because I've been with her when she was before and when she got sick from the monitor lizard, and now watching her get better. But she's eating, but I cheat. This is what I do. If you just give her the food and let her go get it when she wants it, she won't eat it. So what I did the last few days is, don't tell me off. I stick my finger in her food and then open her mouth and rub it on her tongue. And she gets the taste. I go away because she won't eat if I'm around. And I go back 20 minutes later, food's gone. Jan cooked her some liver, and we put some dog food in with it. So liver, dog food, and gravy. So I put my finger in the gravy, rub it on her tongue, gone. But if you just leave it there, she won't eat. So I've done that for the last few days because I was getting worried. I thought I need to get another herb to encourage food, but I thought, no, just... But if rubbing her tongue does the thing. So she gets a taste of it and then goes and gets it. So it's never ending. Never ending. But I can say today, her skin's all healed up, and she's got energy. She moves around. When you're in the garden, she comes and sees you again. You know, very good. I'm really, really pleased. And I want to say also, yes, you know, I've been back on YouTube for I come back on 8th of August. Sorry, 8th of July, and today's what, the 14th. And when I started, I didn't know anything about shorts because I didn't, you know, it wasn't around when I was on before. But so I found out how to do shorts and posted some, and it went really, really well. But then certain days of the week it don't work. So I found in the analytics that you know, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays nobody comes to look at my channel. So now I understand that. But yesterday I changed my channel from Thailand back to US where it was before. And then this morning I woke up and there's like 25 comments. So I was getting like 2 comments every day, or about 2 comments a day. So when I looked this morning, there was like 25 comments. I went out, come back, there was like another 5, answered all them, and then this evening before I come here, there's like another 3. So you could say around 35 comments. When I was before, I was only getting like 3 or 4, just because I guess when I looked in the analytics this afternoon, it said when I post a video, then US, listen to this, right? The top watchers from my channel is US, India, Thailand, and Britain are like next to each other, and then listen to this, Uzbekistan. So to all my Uzbekistan followers, thanks so much. Actually, to all of you guys, thanks so much. But it makes no sense to me. But I'm happy that they're watching. You know, I don't have anything against anybody. The only reason there's wars is because, you know, lots of lying and people being stupid. But I don't know if I've met anybody from Uzbekistan. So what would you call a person from Uzbekistan? Uzbek? I guess so. Anyway, I don't think I ever met somebody, but I hope one day I can. But anyway, the people who watch the videos are different than who watches the shorts. So the people who watch the shorts the most are Thai people in Thailand, and also I guess that's anybody in Thailand, right? Westerners too. But it's funny. So video has a different traffic than shorts. Funny, but interesting to understand how it works. I tell you, there was something else I did today. I bought some shirts from Temu, and I made a mistake. I got long sleeve instead of short sleeve. So Jan knows a tailor in the old market in the Utia. So we went there today and picked them up. So they're like big and baggy. So but I'm happy to wear them. And I've ordered 3 more shirts from Team U. One like a light denim short sleeve and 2 cotton short sleeve shirts. So the next 3 coming are denim and 2 cotton and short sleeves. And the point of buying these is once I got them and everything's okay, I'm going to start getting rid of some of my older clothes and clothes that are maybe a little bit too small. So I want to get them. So I'm pleased with that. So having a clothes spurge, I guess you could say. In with the new, out with the old. That's not good for us elders, is it? And that's about all I've done today. Plan for tomorrow, and it's Friday tomorrow and the weekend. The only thing I really want to do is I want to try to get out in the early morning. I still haven't been yet to do magnet fishing. There's a place not far from here. I think I'm going to go by truck because I can take a cold drink and all that. I can take it all on the scooter, but and there's a place to park there. It's next to an old temple. There's like a river that goes under a bridge, and there's a place to park. So years ago I went over there just driving around looking at my area, and there were some guys in the river snorkeling, looking for stuff on the bottom of the riverbed, and they were bringing up old coins and different pieces and stuff like that. So I was just curious to see if there's maybe pick up a few coins or something like that. They say even gold coins, I know gold doesn't have any iron ore in it, but I seen somebody, they said that gold can be picked up by a magnet if it's strong enough. So I have no idea. I'm going to try it though. I don't have any gold coins in my pocket to try. So what's happening on the weekend? That's about it for me. I don't have any really other plans. I wish this was, you know, when you go live you can see comments at the bottom, but I wish this was a bit more where you guys could chime in. What do you call those? There's some software where people can come in and just, you know, like jump in and, hey, how's it going, all that sort of stuff. It'd be cool if we could do that more. And you know, when I was younger I could talk all day long about nothing, but nowadays I like to listen to what other people have to say more than I want to talk myself. Well, I think it started when I was teaching. I you know, spent years teaching, and then there was one course that was 3 months long, and I taught it like back to back about 3 times. And you know, I enjoyed the course. It was like the first 3 weeks is everything, basic principles of everything. Things like what a bolt is, what a screw is, what a bearing is. You know, and then you do all engines and all carburetors and all diesel pumps and on and on and on for 3 months, just covering the not taking it apart, but just the basics of how it works. So anything that has a nut and a bolt, all the way to like there was a carburetor called the 48 double NIP, and it was it had altitude compensators on it and everything. So you had a lot of talking to do for 3 months, and I did them back to back. And by the time I finished the 3rd one, I got annoyed if I had to talk because I couldn't stand my own voice. I just like too much. And nowadays I spend a lot of time in my head when I'm on my own contemplating, and I never talked about this much, about spiritual. I use the word spiritual. You could call it whatever you want. Journey of it to enlightenment. meditating. I never really talk about that. I'd like to, but I feel, you know, the audience is very broad, so some people would think, what are you talking about? And I know there'd be different people of different religions saying, no, that's wrong, that's wrong. It's not about any religion. It's about understanding who I am, and you could say it's a bit like Buddha, but some people want to call Buddhism a religion, but it's not really. It's a way of trying to. There's no deity really in Buddhism, and you could say Buddha is, but Buddha said, "Don't follow me," right? He said, "Just do what I do. Don't follow me." And I believe Christ said the same. But I'd like to talk about that more, but a lot of people don't. They get uneasy about that sort of stuff. So that's why I would like to listen to what you guys have to say. There is an email. If you look at like contacts, you'll see an email, and if you want to email and drop a line, I'm happy to reply. I might, it depends how many comes. If it's like 2 or 3, then but if like 50 arrive every other day, I might not be able to keep up. But somebody on the spiritual path, something interesting's happening in your life, drop me a line. I'd like to hear from you. As you can tell, I'm not outside today. After bath and sugar, I tried to cool down, couldn't cool down. Went out to water the garden and got even hotter. Come back in the house and tried to cool down before I went to shower. I couldn't cool down, so I went and showered in cold water to get my body temperature down. And I was like, I don't want to go back outside. I don't want to go, because all I have to do is go. If I go outside with no t-shirt on, I'm going to sweat. So to go outside with a t-shirt on to keep some people happy, sweat. So that's more clothes for the washing machine. And now I need another shower. So I sitting on my bed. I put the AC on. You might hear a fan in the other room, but I put the AC on in the bedroom and the AC in the living room to cool everything down, and I'm still warm. So I got there's a topic about what's it called? I don't know if the title would be you could say HRT replacement, something like that. If you're interested, I done a lot of research and I found something, herbs that work, and I guess you have to talk about the body a little bit. So if you're not interested in that, tell me. But if people are genuinely interested in learning about that, what happened was about 5 or 6 years ago. I'm going to be 69 in November, so that gives you an idea how old I am. What happened was I started feeling tired all the time and putting weight on easy. And I don't have a lot of faith in the general medical profession, but I went to the hospital. I asked them take some blood and give me an idea on my testosterone levels and estrogen levels. So they says, you're a male, why do you want to test estrogen? I said, can you do it please? And they said, yep. So I paid for it, went back in a few days, got the results. So what I learned was both of them matter, and a lot, if you went to see a what do you call them, endocrinologist, they would probably give you a bigger spectrum of information. So I went there and got it tested, and my testosterone was very low. That explained why I was putting weight on and had no energy. So I did my own research, and I didn't want to take any chemicals, because if you start taking chemical replacement therapy, then your any natural hormones you have left will completely shut down. And if you ever try to come off it, then you're not going to have anything. So you're defeating the principle, in my opinion. So what I did is I started researching into herbs. And at first I was like, there's like 8 to 10 different herbs, and I was buying each one of them. And you're talking about like $10 a pop, but it would last you 2 to 3 months. But it was like $80, $90, $100, and this is in Thailand, not in the West. So it would be a lot more expensive for each different herb. But then I found a company that put all the same herbs into one capsule, in oil, in a capsule. And the label says take 2 per day. Well, that's probably good for, a young guy who just needs an edge for sports or something, because it's just a herb, right? But it's not okay for me at my weight, at my age. So it wasn't doing anything. So I took 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Still nothing. But remember, hormones don't happen overnight. It takes a long time for it to be effective. So I took 3 in the morning and 3 in the evening, and I left it like that for about 3 weeks, because it takes time. And I started feeling a difference. And I was amazed. My mood changed, my energy went up, and all that sort of stuff. I just realized something. I asked you if you wanted me to talk about it. Well, I'm not being graphic. So anyway, I'm talking about it now, right? So I started feeling a lot better. And to be a little bit graphic, the 1%, the digit before was like not interested, became interested. So there was life in the old dog again. But and it's all just by herbs. And now, instead of spending $10, which is say £6, something like that, each thing costs different. Depends where you get it from and so on. So you had to do, you had to order like 8 different things, and then I found this one company put all of them, all the different herbs, into one capsule. So I took 3 in the morning, 3 at night, and I've still been taking that for months now, and totally different, just with herbs. So if you're interested, maybe I can share a bit more about that, and give you some pictures of the bottle and where I get it from. So if you're in Thailand, you could probably find it pretty easy. But I could definitely give you the details if you're interested. Leave a comment. Okay, guys, I'm getting hot just sitting here. So I'll probably speak to you tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, whatever you have planned. Be safe and enjoy. Remember, be happy. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. See you guys. All the very best. Thanks for being here.